Hi everyone, nice to be back here on this channel. Still solving the just concluded technical drawing WASSCE examination paper 2. So I'll move straight to question 3 now. Question 3, I have solved question 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and here we have question 3. So that is the purpose of this video. Question 3 says figure 2 shows two views of a cube, side 40. These are the two views, okay, with a plane, x, y plane. And then we are told to draw full size the A, given views, B, first auxiliary plan, C, second auxiliary elevation. So I'll be doing all of that in this particular video. But first of all, we quickly draw the given views. So let's quickly do that now before we move to the other part. So I'm going to draw this line this way, okay. Then I'll pick a point on that line. Okay, pick a point on that line. Okay, let's pick that point, and I'll be producing a vertical. Produce a vertical. This will go this way. Now let me drop that line further this way. All right. So we are given the cube to be of side 40. Of side 40. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to thicken this line to represent the XY line. So I will just thicken it at that point there, so I can say this is my X, and then this part here is the Y. Okay, so we have this point here given from the plane. Okay, this part is 5 both for the top and the bottom there. Okay, so I will just pick it this way, 5, that's 0.5 centimeter. Okay, so I'll just pick for both the top here, that's 0.5, and for the bottom this way. Okay, so and we are told that the cube is 40. So I will, from that plane, I will take 40. This is 40. So I'm going to draw the second vertical line at that point. Okay, this way. So I'll produce the line down this way. All right, so I will take, just like I did here, take the 0.5 for both up and down that way. So I'm going to join the point that way, then join for the down too that way. All right, so I will take 40 from this point now, from this point where I put the pencil. So I'll take 40 up this way, then I'll do same at the other side here, so that I can connect the point together. Okay, so I will just connect. Okay, then I'll do same for the base or the down part. Then at this side, so I'll connect them. Okay, so I will just highlight it now. I will take it out. just remaining the xy, x1 and y1 line. So what we are going to do here is this. Okay, just place it this way using 45 degrees. So I'm going to be drawing this line at inclined at 45 degree, the s1 and then y1 line. So I will just come this way. Let me extend this line because it's going to be of help. Okay, so come this way. Produce this at this point here. I hope you can see that the way I put the set square, it must be at 45 degree. Okay, then come this way. Alright, such that the line is forming 45 degree here. So I'm going to put that 45 degree at this side. This is 45 degree. Okay, so I will just take out this part of the line. Just stick it out to any convenient length of your choice. Okay, so we have this as x1 then y1. Okay, so doing it like this, you have your full marks, whichever marks that is allocated for the A part here, which is the given views. So the next thing I'll be moving to now is this B part, first auxiliary plan. First auxiliary plan. Now I want you to understand something here. Okay, we are not given what should be the elevation and what should be the plan. Okay, and neither is the question stating whether the view is in first angle or third angle orthographic projection. So I need not to worry about that. Okay, by this line, by the giving of this line, this tells us that this is what first angle orthographic projection, and if it is first angle orthographic projection arrangement, it means this is the elevation and this is our plan. So this is our elevation. So let me put it there as elevation. This is elevation and this will be the plan. Okay, there's a reason why I'm putting it there, because I want to do something now about auxiliary projection. Okay, now if we are drawing the first auxiliary plan by the principle of auxiliary projection of geometrical shape or solid. Okay, because we are drawing the auxiliary plan, we are going to be projecting from the elevation. So we need to know which one is elevation and which one is plan. By this line, this plane given to us, it means that we are projecting at this elevation, and if you are projecting from the elevation, we are drawing the first auxiliary plan. I hope that is clear. So what I'm going to be doing now, at each of the edges here, I'm going to be projecting line, okay, which will cut this plane x1 y1 and at angle 45. So I'm going to be doing that at angle 45. So what I will do, I will come this way. Okay, let me extend this line. Okay, come this way. Alright, so I'm going to project this way. Use thin line. Then at this part here. Okay, now you will notice that from this edge here and this edge here, they are going to be on the same line. Okay, so take note of that. Then this part here will produce this. Alright, so I'm going to extend the line to cut that plane. This way. this way, and this way. All right, so let me extend this. So after we have projected our lines at angle 45, cutting the plane x1 and y1, so we proceed into drawing the first auxiliary plan. Now I produce the isometric view of the cube. Okay, now looking at this cube now in first angle orthographic projection. Okay, looking in this direction is our elevation, and that is what we have here, and this is the plan. So we need this to just understand what I'm about to do now. Okay, now we are drawing the auxiliary plan or first auxiliary plan, as the case may be. All right, now so if the observer is standing at this part here of the cube, is viewing this cube, okay, what we are to draw in auxiliary projection is that the observer is seeing the whole of this area and the whole of this area. Okay, it's going to be seeing the whole of this area and the whole of this area standing, okay, at far point there. So the plan, this side and this side, so we are going to be representing the whole of this area and the whole of this area, and that is what we have here. Okay, so he's standing at a corner here at angle 45, so the whole of this area and the whole of this area is going to be seen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to produce the plane. All right, now so I will take a little distance away from this xy s1 and y1 point there. So what I will just do is this, just come this way. All right, I fix my ruler this way. Okay, let me show you the position of my ruler. Okay, so what I'll do now, just fix it on this line. Okay, so I'll just move the set square down a little this way, move it down a little this way. So I'm going to be producing this line, produce this line now. All right, now so the next thing I'm going to do now is this. So I will just pick from the plan the side, okay, which is of course 40. All right, this way, this is 40. I hope you can see this. So needle on this point here, needle on this point here. So strike this way, then come to this part here, strike this way. So I'm going to connect that now, connect those 2 points together this way. All right, now we are going to, if the observer stays at this part here, okay, it's going to be seeing this edge, this edge, this edge. The only part that will not be visible is this edge here. And if you look at it, this edge and this edge are in alignment, they are together. So the part that is not visible, one part is covering another. So I'm going to tick out this now. I will tick this out, okay, then tick this out. Then come this way, take this out. All right, now so this edge is where I have my pencil here, is thick here, so I will take this out. Okay, then I will take this side. Okay, then there is another fourth path which we are supposed to show, but it's hidden. You see, that one thing about auxiliary projection is that it helps us to see those parts that are hidden, that cannot be seen in isometric. So that part is lying on this part here. So is we are supposed to use broken line for it, but it is on it. Okay, so it cannot be easily represented like that. So they are together, they are all in a single line. So this will give us now, this will be my first auxiliary plan. first auxiliary plan. So this is how to draw the first auxiliary plan. So we have successfully answered this part here, the B part, first auxiliary plan. So we are going to move straight away to the second auxiliary elevation now. Okay. Now the second auxiliary elevation is produced from the first auxiliary, okay, plan. Okay, you can take a look at my video on the introduction to the auxiliary projection of geometrical solid. Okay, you understand better. Okay, now if we are to draw the second auxiliary elevation, we produce that from the first auxiliary plan. So we are going to be producing that from this first auxiliary plan that we have drawn, and we are using the 45-degree angle because that is the angle given to us. Okay, so at each of these points, okay, of the plan, okay, first auxiliary plan, I'm going to be projecting at angle 45. Okay, I'll project out like this. So if I'm to project that from here now, if I'm to project that now, it's going to be giving us something that will look like it's going to be a straight line, horizontal line. Okay, what I'm doing now is this: I make sure the set square is in alignment with this side of the line is in alignment with this side of my set square. So just move it to this point. I'll move it to this first point I'm having here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I will produce my line. Okay, just produce the line this way. Okay, you produce the line that way. I will continue the line later. So I just want to get my angles, get the angles right now. Okay, then the next one at this point here. Okay, we have that point there. Okay, the next one at this point for each of the points. Okay, so I will come this way, move it until I get to this point here. Okay, all right, so I'm going to produce this as well this way. Then this is the next point. I have to get all the points. Okay, then I have another point here which I haven't drawn. You must get the angle correct. Okay, so taking my time to do that. Then finally this part here. Okay, this way. All right, so I will just use my ruler to continue the thin continuous thin line. Okay, so this way. Then finally the one we have down here. This way. Okay, I hope you can see this now. All right, now, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to be producing the plane. Okay, this time around it's going to be x2 y2. Okay, and to get the plane is going to be a perpendicular line. Okay, perpendicular line to this, okay, projection line at 45. So I'm going to be having it this way. Okay, so I'll come this way, produce this up that way. All right, so I will take out the line, take it out. So I'll take it out this way. So I'm going to call this now, I'll call this y2, then this will be x2. Okay, that is the plane there. So now for easy understanding, all right, I'm going to be giving each of these edges here a title. Okay, let me say this side I will call it F, and this side G, and here I will give it H. Then under here I will give small f, small g, and then small h. Okay, all right, you can actually use any alphabet, any letter of your choice, just for easy understanding. Now I'm going to pick a point on this line here, distant enough from the plane x2 and y2. Okay, if I pick it at this point now, I will call this side the small f. So this small f on the same line with this small f. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to look at this first auxiliary plan. Okay, these lines here, they are going to be appearing vertical, okay, on the second auxiliary elevation, while all this line will be appearing at an inclined angle. They are going to be inclined. So now for FG, I'll pick FG now, small f and g, small f and g, this way, small f and g. Okay, needle on the small f. Okay, I'm going to strike the line of small g this way, and at the other side as well, at the other side as well. So this will be, this is my small f, this will be small g, and here as well small g. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect that part together. I'm going to connect with thick line this way. All right, so I'll connect this as well. All right, so this way. Okay, now the next thing is looking at it from here. This G is also connected to this H. Okay, this G is connected to this H, so H is on this line here. So I'll get point H this way, okay, which is also going to be meeting it at this point here, at the other side there, point H. Okay, sorry, at this point here. So I'm going to call this side the small h. So I will connect the point. Okay, hold on a little, don't connect the point yet. All right, so I will produce a vertical from this f passing through that h that way. All right, now so this part now, you can see f is connected to f. It's going to be capital F, so it's going to be vertical. So at this point, okay, so that will be capital F at that point. Now at this point, I'm going to produce vertical, okay, which is connected, small g is connected to capital G here at both sides. So I'm going to produce a vertical, produce the line this way, and at this other side as well. This way. All right, so this point now will be, this point will be my capital G, and capital G at this point. Now you can see capital G is connected to capital H, okay, at inclined. I told us these lines will be inclined, so this will be capital H now. So I'm going to connect this way, then I'll connect this. Also this way, then I'll connect this, then connect this at this side this way. All right, now so if you look at this G, okay, this G here is connected to capital G, which is a vertical line at both sides. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to be connecting this G and F. Okay, G and F, you can see inclined, G and F at both sides. So you have it this way, then you have it at this other side as well, this way. Then I'll connect F to F. Okay, this way. Okay, now this other part I said we should hold on the other time, so it's going to be at the back, so it's not visible, so we are going to represent it with a broken line. That is one thing about auxiliary projection. It helps us to see those parts that are not going to be visible in isometric. So I will have that point, then I will connect this H. You can see small g is connected to small h here. Okay, but it's at the back. Then I'll connect for the other side as well, this way. Okay, then I'll connect capital H to small h as it is here. It's going to be vertical, okay, which is at the back. So I will use broken line for that as well. All right, so we have it this way. So this is going to be giving us the second auxiliary elevation. Okay, so this is the second auxiliary elevation that will be produced. I hope you get this right. So if you miss any part, just go through the video again, keep on practicing, and if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you very much for staying tuned. God bless you. I will see you in my next video with the solution to this particular one, question 4. Thank you. Stay tuned and always practicing. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. See you in my next video. God bless you.